Oi oi Savaloy, as we say here in the UK, especially at football matches. Time for cash. NiP versus Astralis. The pistol round is about to kick off. I think the knife has just completed, and NiP are going to be starting on the T side. I don't think they're too concerned either way.
I think they're pretty concerned, James. I think they're pretty concerned because they need all the points they can get. Freiburg has been replaced by freddieb.
freddieb!
And they got a bunch of matches to play, so I think they have all causes, a lot of causes to be highly concerned.
Perhaps they do. Perhaps they do. Get right on the boost, having a butcher's hook at what's going on. Zipex on A, on his lonesome. Kjærbye's close. Smoke is down. How far towards the forklift will he go? Astralis giving up the site, playing for the retake. They can let these T's peek and use the range to their advantage, and dupreeh and Zipex doing that perfectly. Zipex, you beast! Everyone down. That's lovely from Astralis. I mean, that's such a good example of how to use your strengths. Their strengths being the range of the USP, basically, which is pretty much triple that of the Glock. So, okay, let's take the site. Let's give up the sights. Zipex will spot, then he'll move back and back and back. And at some point, NiP are going to have to peek to see where the CTs are. And then they abuse the range. It's just glorious.
It's also nice to just hit every shot.
They know the AKs.
Instantly.
They know the AK. They know the AKs are coming as well. So they're going mad rifles, yo. So I guess that's the compromise. You give up the bomb plant, pull out the rifles,
and win. And win. Oh, this is a slaughter. This is like releasing all the deer and just letting them run in a closed enclosure where there's a bunch of walls, James. Just gonna run around, and eventually death is inevitable. They're defenseless. And now it's time for the AKs. The deers have guns. Wasn't that like an analysis segment you did once, like the first analysis segment you ever did? You like compared somebody to like zebras with Tech 9s or something, or guns. And I can't remember. I can't remember now.
Oh, that was...
It literally made no sense.
Was that a DreamHack or something?
No, it was.
I was on a desk
Kiev.
with Duncan, wasn't I?
Yeah, it was in Kiev. It was your first Star Series.
Ah. I thought that was a quite reasonable analogy.
It made literally no sense. That was nonsensical gibberish.
NiP with two T's in Squeaky, and they're either side of A main as well, so this will be an interesting one for Astralis. Zipex, the dependable man, on A. Kjærbye again is going to be close to highway, but that smoke is even deeper for him, so no success to be had around the forklift area. The device picked off in the meantime. Forest taking and Co taking their time though. Oh, the trade at least for NiP. The smoke's down again. That will make NiP hesitant to go onto the site, even though no one's there for Astralis. Kjærbye down, but he's dinked Forest. 4 versus 2. There goes Glaive, and as you can see, dupreeh is miles away, unfortunately. So this is a round for NiP. Their first buy round has been successful. Already an improvement from the previous match.
Yeah, it's a really big success. freddieb hasn't even taken a scratch. Not even a scratch. Whereas Forest is on 9 HP. A butter flesh wound. 'Tis butter flesh wound.
freddieb, no scratch on me.
Me arms off.
Don't say that. Makes me think of sharks.
Do you know what the reference is?
No.
Oh my god. It's Monty Python. You're not British if you don't know the Monty Python references, James.
I don't know any of them.
Have you never seen any Monty Python film?
Probably not, actually.
Oh my god.
Flying Circus.
You need to watch at least 2.
Flying Circus on Channel 4, that was the only thing I saw.
You should watch Life of Brian and The Holy Grail. The Quest of the Holy Grail, that's where that reference was
I
from.
don't have time to watch shows.
They're movies, they're films.
Shows, movies. Oh, well, I have time for that on the planes. NiP going to be up against the force buy from Astralis. 2 rifles on the CT side, and again, they may be the aggressors. Kjærbye not going to get popped, flashed through. Just looking on the boost position, but of course the smoke is there. 3 players towards A early on. Get right, lurking towards B, slowly but surely, making sure there's no rotation, no aggression, no push from the CT side, while the rest of his team do work towards A.
So the trade comes in, and this should allow NiP into the bomb site. But this has roused the attention of the rest of Astralis, and these grenades are really important to delay NiP to allow the rotation into place. But that's a really important pick-off there we just saw from freddieb. And that's going to make things much easier. It's kind of weird to see freddieb's perspective because he's got his tag on, the Epsilon tag as well, which is a little bit confusing. But never mind, NiP will clean up the round regardless, and all will be fine.
freddieb can't headshot me.
For someone that studied film and is a fan of film, you've watched those films?
I studied one film. I didn't study, I mean...
Well, you did media studies. So that's
yeah,
a
but
study of film.
it was more the technical
and
side.
Media.
Technical side of it. You know, production and filming techniques and so on. I studied one film, it's called The Searchers. And it opened my eyes and my mind.
To never watch any films ever. I don't understand this logic. Never mind. I'm getting worked up. It's too early for this.
Seen Batman?
That's like the audible ... right there. This is ineffable. I love that word, ineffable.
What is the definition of ineffable?
I mean, it's the way to describe something that has no words. Something that is too great to be described with words.
The Molotov play, the Molotov action is in. It's here for the NiP side. Pithy now. See, this Pitt's trolling because the way he's written his name suggests Pithy, but apparently his name is Pitt, and it can't go from Pitt to Pitty with a H in it. It's got to be Pithy. You can't have a silent H-I and then an I-E. That doesn't work. No Englando. So he's gone from Pitt to Pithy now. This is madness.
Well,
I actually have no idea what his actual name is. Now I think about it. Is it Jacob or something?
Yeah, it's Jacob, yeah.
Well, I guess I do know what his name is. Wait, no, is it Pimp? Pimp's name is Jacob, isn't it?
Yeah, so is his.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
Because I think I'm thinking of Pimp. I think his name is Jacob.
It is. More than one person can be called Jacob.
Oh, that Jacob from Lost was gangster. 3 versus... No, not 3 versus 2. It is the score is 3-2. Exists on the Mac 10. I like it. We have just the one helmet on the CT side. Glaive lining up for a pop flash. That allows him to have a running peek, but the Molotov doesn't. Oh man, we're seeing so many smoke kills today. He is vulnerable though. Get right. I don't think he saw him move back towards the box. So this could be a nasty surprise for the T side. Very nice early pick there for the CTs.
Yeah, Glaive has a great read on this situation. Look at that. Calls a flash from his teammate. You can see that he's going to pop flash himself, but obviously a flash from a teammate is much more effective, and so he calls for that. And like he had a very big read on that situation. And I mean, already spotting that there's 2 players and getting like 2 kills towards B does give NiP a lot of information, but they don't have to overreact because they've not lost anybody. So there's no, they don't have to really.
You mean Astralis?
Sorry, Astralis, yeah. So Astralis don't really have to overreact. They still got those 2 kills, can hold these setups, play passively, force NiP into very deep angles to commit fully, and also force NiP to essentially have to make a very great individual play. And here it is, going for the committed play in. Trade doesn't quite come in too quickly, but eventually it does find its way into that bomb site. Wow. Very fast action there from Pitt and Forest, and that's going to even things up to a 2-on-2. Very explosive stuff.
Planting it for the vents, but there's no one in vents apart from the CTs. That's going to mean Pitt goes down. He can't get into position in time because Forest is going for the flank. Maybe the plant was a bait, but the bait hasn't worked out because it has cost Pitt his life. Zipek spotted. Forest going for the 1 versus 1, but it won't happen. That's unfortunate. Maybe that was a gamble from NiP. I don't know if it was a gamble or just a mistake, to be honest with you. Go planting it in this position with no one covering the angle. Astralis with lovely timing coming through the vent, and Pitt can't get away in time.
I do wonder, when someone's like falling on top of you, how do you headshot them? Because we just saw a frag like that. And I always wonder, like, I would love to see like the freeze frame of how where the hitbox is to allow a headshot when you're being shot from directly below you. That's so weird to me. Don't you find it weird?
I do, but I suppose it's boxes. Actually, no, it changed, didn't it? So I don't know now. It's not very often we see this smoke. The one that's thrown by the T's on top of the boost position. But it actually failed it and it's fallen down to the bottom. But we saw it yesterday. It didn't work out for whoever threw it. I don't remember. Oh, there was something I wanted to say about that last round. But I don't recall now. It's a shame. I'm sad.
I hope it never comes back. 4 versus 5 now as we get the trade in from Pit to even things up. And that's so nice. Like, that's all the disruption caused onto that middle area. Allows options from the door peak, but Astralis are shutting those options down. This is starting to turn into... nice by Forest that picks off Kjaerbye, but still, massive numbers disadvantage for Forest to work with. He has to get the quad kill to win this round at this point. Thought he was going to be able to get that one. Not quite, though. Looking for the elevated position, dropped off the top though, and that's going to be Astralis with another round. And they're kind of reminiscent of the of Overpass now. We saw that good start for NiP, looked great, looked dandy, looked fine, and then all of a sudden Astralis just sort of stepped on their lead.
I'm really annoyed that I've forgotten what I was thinking about. It's really driving me crazy.
The more you think about it, the further into the depths of your mind it will go.
Yeah, I know those very deep depths.
Deep like the depths you'll be swimming in, where there are great white sharks. Hungry for...
Why are you doing this to me?
Hungry for human flesh. They probably don't even like human flesh. Probably just makes them feel sick.
Pit's lurking towards Squeaky Door. No orbs on the Astralis at the moment. Always enjoyable to see lots of CT AWP spam through that wall. You can do it from short as well. And, I mean, where Pit's standing, actually, you can headshot him in that position from short with an AWP. It's worth knowing the angles for a T who's standing right deep in the corner. I like to spam to the left of the door. NiP looking maybe for a wall of smoke. I do wonder because they've got a bunch of people in T warehouse. Okay. Going for the connector smoke. Glaive just killing everyone through smoke. It's absurd. Dude knows his angles. Like, I don't know. It's mad. I mean, he basically crushed around for NiP over towards B. First getting a pick off through the smoke. And there we go. From connector, that is bonkers.
He's got his angles down like Newton. Let's see whether or not this push is going to work out. NiP, they're set up to do it. There's no one really to defend the site directly. You've got Zipex, who is sort of stuck there. He's got a little bit of help, but behind that smoke, how much can he do? Apparently, he's going to be able to put some bullets through that smoke. He's going to find the face of Xizt, and it will largely slow the bomb from going down in time. Now we have the CT rotation in such a quick fashion that it is causing problems here for the likes of NiP. Get right alone against 2 now as he looks, as he searches, as he hides now and takes somewhat of an off angle onto the cow position. Here's the ladder, easy frag onto Zipex, the sound cues for days. Fake flash, not going to trick dupreeh. That flash looks like an awful lot like a Tech 9.
No, no one falls for that. Like that's like a 5% play.
It only works in like certain spots, I think. Really,
it doesn't work.
It does work sometimes, but only in like certain spots. I think like it has to work in certain spots where it's like really going to catch you off guard. Like when the other guy's quite close. If they're really far away, they're not even afraid of a flash, right?
But it doesn't even have a similar trajectory to a grenade, any grenade. It moves too fast, and it doesn't take the same arch of any grenade, which is why it doesn't work.
But that's why you need to do it close anyway, because then it's more concealed as to what's going on. You just see something go in the air, and you're like, oh my god! You don't have time to react because you're really close to the fake flash. If you see someone do that from a long distance away, you know it's not going to flash you anyway, so you shouldn't even look away.
I'll never forget when Simple did it with an AWP. and still got the kill afterwards.
He threw it over the top, yeah.
It was ridiculous.
That's just like a confusing thing. That's not even like a fake flash, that's just like a confusing play. Like, you see it up, like why was someone throwing up over the wall? And you're just like, I am stunned. I am dazed by, this is just, I am perplexed. Oh, but now I'm dead. Genius.
freddieb making his way into the event position. Device may not have seen that. Oh, he spots an angle. Blind, but he's still going to get a kill regardless. dupreeh running into the bullets there, but Device will trade. 4 versus 2. Lovely stuff from Astralis, looking to have a good lead on NiP now. There goes Xizt, there goes the bomb, there goes all the information. Get right, insta-traded. 3 people surviving for Astralis. 1 AK, 2 AKs picked up as well. Nice bonus for the Danish side, and indeed the money has been broken for NiP. I'm still trying to think of what I forgot earlier.
So it's exactly like Overpass now. NiP take, I mean, because NiP started T-side there also. Early lead for NiP with the pistol, and then boom, Astralis like, we are going to defend everything. 5 deagles though for NiP, so really invested in the picks. There's no grenades, so again, they're just thinking about trying to find ways they can get cheeky 1-shots off. Untradeable fragging situations. That's what the deagles can do for you. It's what AWPs do for you as well. Peek out, fire a bullet, get a kill, and then get back into cover. Oh! Bits unfortunately looking away at the wrong time. Some flicks though. So close, flashed is Kjærbye, but not dead. Pitts, he just forces his way in there. How is he able to get so much space? How is he able to move around so much? I guess it doesn't matter because it's only freddieb, but not for too long. freddieb is now dead. Daddy B.
Nice.
Very high. The wit is
off the charts.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I'm convinced that there is a consistent wallbang for somebody who's standing in the corner of Squeaky from the short position, and maybe from A as well. Because they've got like dirty marks on the wall and those I don't know what those called, like drill holes or whatever. So on my alternate screen, I'm just keeping an eye on Pitt, who has made his way towards the Squeaky door, although he's moving away now again. He's going to venture elsewhere after showing some presence. That may keep 2 Astralis players on the A site. There are 2 there for the time being, but Kjærbye's moving away.
I love presence, James.
Presence or presence?
Presence.
Nice.
So NiP going with that delayed mid play, I think. 1 minute's around the standard time that most teams often tend to do that. And that seems to be consistent with NiP because here they go. Is it on 1 minute precisely? Yes, that's when the nades start to come in. And we should start to see harassment. Is there a wall of smokes there for them? No, they just... I actually like it when teams do just that one smoke deep onto the connect position, and with the Molotov intervent and with the pop flash close, you don't need to worry about too much more. It's pretty easy to do the rest with the AKs. And so, and it's with minimal utility use. So I like that approach from NiP. freddieb getting stuff into the vents. That's where he does his best work, in the vents and checkers. Apparently making that up though. So here goes NiP into that B bomb site. Nice tap on to Device, and the bomb site will be claimed.
Sipex taken down through the smoke. Glaive's behind the smoke. Kjærbye is being waited for. And it's not a single kill for the CTs just yet. Glaive with 450 HP is going to have to retreat. Ooh, maybe he's going for a ninja, I don't know. But there are too many NiP players coming his way, and it's Astralis' turn to lose a round without a single kill. And their money has been brutalized. They are 3 rounds ahead, but that's soon to become less. 5 mollies on NiP would suggest that they're going to have a good anti-eco strat coming the way of Astralis.
Before I left the house today, James, I saw that Pitt was streaming, which is quite cool.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I was watching him for about maybe about 15 seconds. It was really nice, though.
Nice 15 seconds?
Yeah.
Story of your life?
I had to leave to come here. So I had to abandon his stream. But recommend you check it out if he is streaming. I guess he hasn't obviously been streaming for ages due to the fact that he's been away for ages. And when he's not winning LANs or playing official matches, I suppose he will likely be found streaming. So check that out. Anyway, nice little kill there from Kjærbye. Again, it's just going to be these pistols trying to get some damage in for the economy of NiP, who have, I mean, with the last round, that was a really nice default. It's a really nice default play. I would be surprised if we don't see more of that from NiP.
I do wonder about the time now. because it is an anti-eco. I'd like to see them move a bit quicker than their normal defaults. That said, only devices towards B, and he's vacating. He may be being drawn to mid with all the kills Xizt is getting. So there we go. Clean entry, very clean entry into the B bomb site after all. 35 seconds on the clock as well, so they gave themselves room for error and for error correction. Not only error. Device finds himself an AK in the middle position, so he can go and save that, while Glaive can play the closer game, try to pick off an unlikely, unwilling T. Too far off the beach, in dangerous waters, and other shark references.
Errors are great.
I like the echo sound.
Yeah, I was appreciating it as well. Till you ruined it by speaking.
People get nervous when we don't speak for a while. Like, oh my god, you know.
What's happened?
Someone must say something. No, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Someone must say something. I wonder how many words, I wonder how much we talk on an average day of casting. Like how many words?
This week it'll be a lot.
This week it'll be a lot of words.
Yeah. This week is all the words.
And a lot of not words as well.
Yeah.
A lot of just noises and words that aren't actually English. Like dollar hoost.
Smart play from Get Right. Yes, sir. He realized something was amiss. Maybe he heard a sound, a warning. Very nice play from Get Right. Master Lurker demonstrating why dupreeh not ready for this. Yes, he is. He's ready. Get Right. Should have got that kill, though. Probably looking towards the site, but he had the jump on dupreeh.
Gary's one of the best in the business at that pressure on B storage by himself, like solo pressure. That is, like if you want to know how to play B storage solo, like on T side, watch Get Right demos, watch Get Right POVs.
You could watch my demos as well. I stole all his tactics.
I suppose you could. Kiyashima was doing very well for Envious. I said almost not Envious. FACE in that position as well yesterday. Oh dear, freddieb's dead, James.
He's dead. Oh, dupreeh playing the information game. Oh, Pit, did he see him? That is awkward. They were checking vents. Oh no, it's all falling apart for NiP. This is great for Astralis, looking to take the lead further away from NiP. Again, as NiP looking to close the gap. This is awkward for Forest. How does he get a one-man peek here? But actually, Astralis have made it easy, but trying to help a dupreeh escape. Not dupreeh, someone else, but anyway, dupreeh gets the kill. All good in the hood. 8-5. Another buy coming in, though, from NiP. I was worried that Pit might have seen him there. He was almost did a complete 180, but you see him facing CT spawn. I think he had a grenade in his hand as well. Maybe looking to re-smoke or something. So very unfortunate timing for NiP and mastery from Astralis. Information play gains information.
Door push from device, and that is Pit's gone.
He's so stupidly good at that, Dan. He waited for the flashbang. He heard the flash and peeked immediately.
Oh man, that's pretty impressive by Zipex. It's as if he has no smoke. He just knows these angles, can close his eyes and pull off the same play, no doubts.
It's like they've been training
in the hyperbolic time chamber.
Just like, yeah, they're under the waterfall. Like, just learn your angles through smokes.
Do you know what the hyperbolic time chamber is?
Hyperbolic. There's a hyperbolic and there's hyperbaric. I know hyperbaric because when you have decompression sickness,
you don't know what I'm talking about.
You need hyperbaric.
It's another reference.
I think I know what that one's from. Is it from some show that's starts with a number or something? Anyway, let's talk about the round first. 3 AKs for NiP. Get Right making his way towards Squeaky. The door has been opened. And the bomb has been revealed because there's a player towards Forklift. freddieb, though, causing distraction. He won't expect a second player on Connector. He's surely going to go down freddieb. And there it is. dupreeh on the flank through Connector. freddieb's down, but the bomb is still on A. Both CTs coming from short. Xizt has killed 2. They know roughly where he was. dupreeh going on the high ground. But Xizt may have superior repositioning. There it is, down to the 1 versus 1. Bombs on the floor now. But there's time for dupreeh to do this. for the Xizt to do this, in fact, and he will. dupreeh maybe re-peeking a lot because he knows that time is against Xizt. He wants to catch him running towards the site, but it's not going to work out.
Yeah, great round from Xizt. 4 kills for him. I was worried that he threw his Glock away as a fake flashbang at massive range, and he just I was worried he would run out of bullets, and we actually need it. Kind of wanted to see that situation. Kind of wanted to see it backfire. I don't know why, but I really thought that'd be quite humorous if it would have done, but no. Anyway, over the top in mid goes Xizt, feeling hot perhaps after the last round, having a nice spawn. He gets himself boosted, and he gets himself the kills. NiP getting all the frags here in middle until a device walks up, but still not enough. Too much damage was sustained, and that will be the 7-8 there for NiP, the 8-7 for Astralis. And it's going to be interesting now to see whether or not who will actually be able to start off with some good momentum here. Because NiP, they won the pistol round previously, but now we are in a different state. Actually, no, they didn't win the pistol round, did they? I'm checking now.
Astralis won the pistol round.
Astralis won the pistol round. So
yes.
Let's see if NiP can do this as well. I remember now we saw Zipex just with an insane 3K. Just 3 pops with the USP, so yes. Zipex
is over towards the squeaky door on this occasion. He has opened the door has been opened. But no one's on the site for NiP. They are looking to play the retake on A as well. Get right and Forest towards the vents. Towards B and the vents. But Astralis just biding their time. Forest wants information. Information he shall seek. Information he shall find. Astralis might be headed towards a B split. They've got 3 people who look like they're going to eventually make their way into the middle area, but there's the first pick off dupreeh, the lurker outside B getting taken down, which make the split more difficult, but here goes the bomb. Pops the Glocks, the pops of players like Forest as he hits the ground now, and it's going to be Astralis into that B bomb side as a result. More success found here by Astralis. Hard times for NiP, who did so well to get something around despite losing that pistol round. Oh, Glaive in from the back. From the back. The assassin. Now it's just time for Xizt to go completely mental with this USP. What could he find? Nothing. Too compromised of a position for him. And an easy round for Astralis in the end. 9-7. And that does not bode well for NiP. Kind of feel bad for them losing both pistol rounds. That's an easy life. Makes not. So we've got the smokes towards the short position, the smokes towards the connector area as well, and the pop flashes through the middle. But Get Right still made his way close. He has been detected and he has been eliminated. Got the stack from NiP. I think there's a scout in the connector. Still alive for the time being. Pitt's going to bide his time on A. And make his way through Squeaky. And there we go. That is a nice headshot indeed onto device. Headshot to... So here goes the push now from Astralis into A bomb site, which is now thoroughly cleared. Ooh, things just got really interesting now. Xizt with a headshot to Glaive, makes it 3-on-3, and these players will all die from 1 scout shot. And there's 2 scouts and a CZ. Almost favor NiP here. Oh. Freddy trying to draw the players up. There's a Bex just being picked off, and no one's believing this diffuser's coming in. There's no kit on the CT side, and they still don't believe Kjaerbye. He's only got 4 HP. The angle can be held. The bomb's not planted for him. And I think the hero defuse is coming in on this occasion. He realizes, hold on. Nice. Only so much they could do in that situation. That's beautiful, isn't it? I'm just gonna sit here and cut these wires for 10 seconds. Imagine what Freddieb's thinking when he hears the door get closed by the T. He hears the door get open, but then immediately closed again. It's like, that's when you know you're onto a good play. You're onto the play. 9-8. Astralis on the pistols. Unexpected victory for NiP. Puts them in a good spot, but Astralis not going to force back. They're not going to play the force by game. Pit's taken down early, however. Only the UMP picked up by Astralis. None of these players have Kevlar. There are 2 Molotovs and a HE onto freddieb. So much to be done from NiP. Many grenades coming the way of Astralis as you see them whizzing past Xipex's head. Glaive forced from his position. And Kjærbye will be the last man standing. A second kill coming in for Astralis. This is good work. And the bomb plant as well. Considering their investment, that is glorious. Glorious.
Yeah, that's great. That is pretty great. And that's going to tie things up here. NiP, again, I was feeling bad for them because of their starts, but and the fact they lost both pistol rounds, all that jazz. But in reality, now they're in a great position. They just have to close down this round, and that might be problematic. We're going to have Device on the AWP. Will he get boosted? Will he go for a timing? What is he up to early in the round? Will they be even trying to go for picks? It's like maybe that's the case. This round looking pretty normal here. If you look at NiP setup, we see the 1-3-1. They have the opportunity to boost. They're going to get a player boosted. That is Get Right. What can Get Right find? Of course, you never see a CT just run over the boost. That you will not see. But wait patiently, gather information. That you will see, and there will be a timing eventually, more into around the 1 minute mark, where you might expect him to run over the top, because that's when the Ts will start to make movements. And Astralis, you would expect that at some point. They've just been sitting tight and nothing's happening, and here you can see they start to move now. Going for that delayed mid-take. Here comes the boost, and Get Right's ready for it. Oh, beautiful flashbang. Perfect understanding of how the timing works. Free kill for Get Right.
They don't have to boost someone up to force him from his position, but they'll do that. It'll work perfectly, so all good in the hood. Because with the devices and Molotov, you could just bounce it off the top and Get Right before it's gone, but a pick is even better, and they can use those Molotovs for the site, as they are doing. Good stuff so far from Astralis, forcing Pit into the corner, but Spix can't hold the angle just yet. The pre-fire comes in from Pit, gives his position away, he gets taken down, leaving Forrest alone. Nice headshot from Forrest. Opportunity for 1 versus 1. Spots Device on the high ground, but Device has the faster click. Ooh. And there's Kjærbye with 4 HP, so that could have been more difficult for Astralis, but they get a win on the board again, and they retain or take their lead straight back from NiP. Both teams on the bye for this round.
Yeah, both teams played really well that round. Obviously, Astralis a little bit more so, but I thought there's a lot of cool stuff from both sides. Device gets the timing in there. Oh, there's lots of players running down mid. They got a bad buy. A bad buy. The buy is bad. Let's see what they can do with it. Xiphex gets a frag onto Pit. I guess Pit was pushing door there, I think, or was outside the door, according to my minimap. At least but 4. Forrest does have an AWP though. He's rotating away from B. B is open. It is super open.
dupreeh just hanging out for the time being. Astralis sitting on their lead, maybe expecting some overextension from NiP. .55 seconds on the clock. Astralis still quite spread out. dupreeh's now venturing into the B bomb site, but freddieb can go for the flank on the vent. He'll hear the running as well. He can call his teammates down. And there we go. The rotation's coming in. Xizt moving closer towards the vent. Get Right going for an instant flank. freddieb just waiting passively for the information. Gonna get shot in the head, but teammates are closer. Get Right pulls off Xiphex on the rotation. And now we've got a 3 versus 3.
Yeah, crazy stuff here. 30 seconds left, and the positioning of dupreeh is vitally important. Going to see whether or not dupreeh can catch somebody here, though, as Forrest is actually just lurking above on the ramp, top of the ramp. So dupreeh's position allows him to flank, and here he goes. Forrest should be an easy grab, but he's going to drop down. Can Forrest do some damage before dupreeh captures him? Looks like dupreeh will do just that, and it's now just going to be Xizt alone. And that's not going to go out too well here for NiP as Astralis take a lead. And it's a pretty hard-fought lead, I've got to say. I think NiP have been putting a very good fight in here. But so far we're seeing, obviously, Astralis being able to gain just a few edges here or there. Some good performances out of Device in the last few rounds as he's picked up the AWP, getting some very impactful and very key kills. And that's forced, finally, now NiP onto a full save. So this is a great position for Astralis to be in.
Fast boost from the T's. Device, oh, that's gross. Misses the next shot though, but he manages to get off the corner. Got support coming in now, and he can hold the angle. Does freddieb dare repeat? He does, and it is a graveyard in the middle area. This round has come and gone very quickly indeed. I don't think Glaive even knew anything about that headshot. Pit gets the dink onto Glaive. The nades though, oh, no weapon for you. No soup for you, says Soup Kitchen Man. 3 rounds ahead are Astralis, NiP, back on the bye. Lost bonus is not spectacular though, so they will be lacking somewhat in grenades. No defuse kits either. Proven to be a problem in this match already. 2-1-2 set up from NiP. Astralis, one would expect another slow round from them. That said, we've got 2 players going towards Squeaky on this occasion. So let's see how it goes. I think there might be a boost coming in for NiP, but maybe Xizt. You heard some action there, so the boost won't come in. Unfortunately, that's going to cause problems. Oh, Zepex gets past the corner as well. Nothing's working out for NiP at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely nothing. Geralt stuck on the A bomb site alone as the bomb makes its way towards B, towards freddieb, towards the stand-in. freddieb. This would be quite the rounds for him to have a 1-on-4 clutch, because Geralt's not going to be helping out anytime soon. He's too far away. freddieb with the first flash, doesn't get anything from it. Spots multiple players, there's 1 kill. Needs to take down a few more. Needs to go all scream mode on these players, but he's getting burned alive. Forced into the spray there, pulling out the USP. Can't do anything. He could not hold on long enough to get right into position.
Ooh. The glass may have helped the trajectory of the grenade fall further down, actually, but Geralt's going to give it up. All the players tagged, but he can't know that. So... And even then, still unfavourable. So he'll hold on to what little he has. Oh, just a few $100 for each CT here on NiP. Their loss bonus is going to 2,900 now. But that still won't really let them buy anything great in the next round. So, I mean, if NiP choose to eco, then we're looking at a 9-14 situation for them. Astralis looking good.
Have you ever thought about how flat all the surfaces are in this game? Like, imagine if everything was a bit bumpy.
Well, old Inferno, top mid was bumpy, and some nades actually used the curve. Like, for example, if you were smoking Arch on Inferno, you use the curve to bounce the smoke grenade into the Arch. So there are some bumps here and there, but yes, they are, for the most part, quite flat. Overpass is a bumpy map. You know, they've laid new flooring down on Inferno, so the bumps have mostly gone.
It's just interesting because obviously it affects engagements, how high up or down people are. It's more inconsistent, but their heads at least. So it's like largely NiP will be cleaned up in this round as the fast take onto the website does come into play for Astralis. And that's going to be 14 rounds for them. This is not a good start to the day here for NiP so far. I don't know how far they can go to salvage this one. Of course, they're not too far behind in rounds, but it's just that the margin for error now is slim to none. And they've basically got 1 good buy left to stop Astralis. And there's no AWP featured here. They have full grenades, so there are going to be some offensive options. They want to play really slowly. Those options are there as well. NiP, how do you do it? How do you do this? Astralis has been in good form.
They have indeed, and long may it continue. Oh, Device holding the tightest angle. Pit maybe in trouble. Look at that, look how close. Look how close he is! Oh, he didn't it! Oh man, that's insane. Oh, he deserves that frag so much. He deserves the frag, Dan. He deserves that frag. Unfortunate not to get it, but that is an awesome angle, which I never even thought of. Awesome stuff. As far as are they willing to push into this? They're suggesting that, but the bomb's not into main just yet. And Kjaerby's rotating away.
Forest knifes dupreeh. I don't even know where that took place.
Outside B, around Toxic somewhere.
Nice. That's a bit crazy, isn't it? I have no idea how that happened, but maybe we can get that. I have no idea. Anyway, Kjaerbye with the kill onto Pit there will allow Astralis into the bomb site despite the very laboured entry. They've got some ground now. Kjaerbye needs to make it even more, and he's the last man standing, so he's just got a straight up win the round. That was a nice flick there, but all too little, too late as we get the round won by NiP, and NiP they did what they had to do. They won their buy rounds, but there is still no putting a foot wrong here.
Technical pause. Not a tactical pause. Device's screen has exploded, apparently. So he will be unexploding it. But, oh man, that was so fun to watch Device's angle through the corner of that smoke. Because normally, when you're trying to play through the top left corner, you're looking from lockers, maybe boosted on the lockers in A main, looking towards quad to find any AWPers, so on and so forth. But I've never seen somebody look through the corner of the smoke to find somebody who might be boosted on the box behind the red container. So that was nice, but a shame he didn't get the pick. Anyway, that keeps NiP in this match. I thought they were done for, but apparently not. 4 rounds though. The road to recovery is a long one.
Yeah, I thought they were cooked. They were cooked as well. They were well done, but no, not yet. We've got dupreeh lurking in the smoke, doing what GetRose does on his T sides. But he has Forest and freddieb to deal with. He's looking for a push through the smoke that you can see, of course, at the edge of the bloomed smoke. There isn't coverage on the floor by the smoke, so you'll be able to see the feet if a player was to try to move through there. And Device will be moving on to the boost now. Looking for something. Will we see any additional nades here for Astralis for a proper mid-take of sorts? There is the deep smoke grenades, white box, and the connector position, I believe.
That is quite a lot of nades.
That's a lot of nades. I like it.
Yeah, everything's on fire. And there's more fire being thrown, even more fire. Forest picking off dupreeh on the push around B. So the B split's not going to work out. What is plan B, no pun intended, for Astralis? No kills for them. 5 versus 1. They've completely failed. This is a round where if they'd won it, NiP would have nothing to defend with against match point. But so far, 4 people alive for the Swedish side. Assuming they take this, it's looking pretty damn good for them now.
It's funny how they sort of just ran out of steam all of a sudden. And NiP have maybe stolen away the steam, they've harnessed the steam, and they have built quite an engine for their defense that is going to run off that steam, or has been running off that steam so far. And will NiP continue to be titans of industry here to take things against Astralis? We've got Pitts there on the A-bomb side, as he tends to do so. I mean, he's been playing this position so much. In fact, there were some really key rounds that he won in Oakland on the finals from this position. I remember there's one 2 or 3K he got from like an awesome flashbang where he throws a flashbang off the side of the little catwalk on the right there. And it was one of the key plays to allow NiP to come out the victors on Kjaerbye. Yeah, it was amazing to see that finals, actually. It's a good finals.
Forest is somewhat isolated at the moment, I do believe. freddieb's behind the box in checkers. But he may have been detected. dupreeh and Kjærbye are there. Glaive joining as well. GetRight's outside B at the moment, but this looks a bit tricky. Xizt picked off in the middle area, and now the split is really on. Great timing, but they're moving away. They're moving away from B.
Here you go, got Device looking for that opener. It's so important. There it is, that nails down Pitts. Who else is he going to stake to the wall with that AWP of his? Oh, it's going to be get right. What a flick coming in from Device. Kjærbye in middle now, waiting patiently for Forest. Nails him as well. And now it's just going to be freddieb against 4. Great odds, and odds that he cannot prevail against. 15-11, Astralis now 1 away, and NiP's money in a bit of turmoil.
Yeah, it could have been worse had they lost the round prior, but here we are. On cash. Match point for Astralis. They have a few match points. There were some previous rounds with NiP. I mean, they did good with the aggressive grenades towards B, the smoke grenades, but it didn't have many grenades in the bag, and it's a similar situation here. So we have the more passive smoke grenade from Forest. He'll be left alone towards B. 3 people in A, which means quick rotation towards A, mid. Quick rotation towards A can be had, and pyth may need it. I do wonder if Device's angle earlier was because pyth commonly stand behind that box. I don't know. Oh, nasty surprise. The party through the door. They've taken all the booze. Get right on Forest versus 4. This is probably the GG. Smokes all over the top as well. Those NiP players have a flashbang each to play with, and that's about it. Forest coming past CT is spawn, but that flashbang from Kjærbye allows him to peek at the same time. Doesn't look easy. And now it's Forest alone. He hasn't got a kit either. And that's the GG. Astralis 16-11 over Ninjas in pajamas. And again, stringing loads of rounds together. On each half they strung 5 rounds together, won both pistols as well, which made it super hard for NiP. That considered, it's pretty impressive. NiP got 11 rounds, maybe. Well, I'm going to commit, not maybe. Yeah. It's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you know, playing with freddieb, as you say, is definitely tough for them. The cash is always a favorite. But Astralis, they've never been bad on particularly any map. They've always technically had a deep map pool, and they've been looking better and better with Glaive. So it's not too surprising to see this result. I got to say, it's quite sad timing-wise for NiP that it's working out like this. Obviously, not being able to play at full strength, very unfortunate. But that's all for that match, and I guess it's time for a break. Do we have time for...
No. G2 versus NiP is the next match coming up, so perhaps more troubles for NiP considering Freiburg is unfortunately sick. So do send him a tweet and wish him well. NiP versus G2, the first pick is G2's. That's going to be Cash once again, and then Nuke will be the pick of NiP after that. See you after the break.
This time